Everyone, welcome to my talking book channel, and today I'm going to share with you about all the books that I've read in 2024. And three more books are there, and that is missing in here because I given it to my mother and my sister-in-law to read, so they are missing here. I'll talk to you about each of these books in short, and if you want a detailed insight of all these books, you can check it in my YouTube channel. I posted for each one of them. I'm reading this, currently reading. I will finish it by before Jan 1st, so I have put it in here. So I'll talk to you about each of these book in short in this video. Let's first talk about the books that I've read in Kindle, because the Kindle is going to get switched off. It's just 3% of the battery here. So yes, the first one is this Autobiography of a Yogi. This is a beautiful book. So if you are a spiritual lover, or if you want to read something that would incline you spiritually, then you should go for this book. This is a very perfect book written by Paramahamsa Yogananda ji, the Autobiography of a Yogi. It tells you about Kriya Yoga, Babaji, Mahavatar Babaji, all that. It is all the real story and his real experiences that will give you goosebumps, And secondly, The Goat Days. This was suggested by my friend, so I read it, and it was also made into a movie starring Prithviraj, and it is a real life story where a person traveled from Kerala to Arab and got a lot of trouble there. Like, he went for some job and he got a job to take care of the goats and the camels, and how he struggled and how he lived and how he escaped is what the story is all about. This is a perfect read, and I read it very, very quickly, I must say. Yeah, very quickly. So we'll close this Kindle, okay? Two books I have read from this, and this is in my current reading. And this is for free. You can get this for free. This and this book is for free, and they are in my current reading list. So just ignore them. Two books from here. And then this is a Tamil book called Palai Nila Payanam. It is about the experiences of author traveling through the desert with his friends. Like, he is on a vacation and he explained all that he saw there and his feelings in this book. Just like his travel diary or a note that he wrote. So I loved reading this book. It gave me some insights about traveling through Rajasthan. Next, here comes a book called Rumi, a new collection. This book is full of, Rumi's poems translated by Farooq Dondi. I loved a lot of things in this book. Many good poems and lessons that you can read from here. So you can check out the full book insights, as I told, in my YouTube channel. Next comes Yane Doctor by Jaya Mohan. This talks about the struggles of elephants, animals, because of humans, behavior. And it really slaps us, like, the way we behave and understand the nature, and it says how the animals are understanding the nature better and are living with it. Next, this one, my favorite, The Diary of a Nobody by George and Whedon Grossmith. Such a comical, pleasant book it is. It's a stress buster, guys. You must read it. So it's not a very easy English, not recommended for initial readers. But yes, the ones who have already read a lot of books, you can check on this book as well. And if you're good with English, you can go, even if you're fresh into reading. So this book is really fun. So next comes in our list is Roman Stories by Jhumpa Lahiri. Really, these stories took me to Rome, and I really loved the second part of the book, the steps. You don't know, like, how much nicely the author has written these stories, and I'm planning to buy more books of hers. Just loved this book. I don't have any more words to explain how I felt by reading this book. Go give a try if you want to roam in Rome. And it's also about immigrants' struggles and being in another country. So it's a good read. I can't say a funny or pleasant read, but it's a good read. So next comes this How Women Work by Arti Kelshikar, fitting in and standing out in Asia. So this is my first nonfiction book that I've wantedly bought to home in my last book fair visit. So I read it because I never love to read, nonfiction, and I was wondering whether I would complete it or not. But thankfully, my reading habit improved my reading skills, so I could able to finish this soon. um, though I felt a little bored, but this was informative to me and I loved, and a lot of lessons are in there in this book that should be remembered and followed. Yeah, I have highlighted a lot many things in this book. And the last one is not the last one. I have three more books to discuss with you, but here in this list, this is the last one. The Book of Everlasting Things by Anchal Malhotra. This book is really going great. I've read through, like these many pages. Let me show you. Yeah, 158 pages, and I'm yet to go. There are about 342, I guess. Yeah, so I will finish this book by this year, and this is very, very, a good read, and I loved it. So far it is good, and I think I'm gonna cry at the end because it is about partition, and so far I haven't read till the part of the partition. So yeah, the writing is so good. You must all, I mean, you can go for it even if you are a first time reader. This is pretty good. I love this book, and I'll post the book insights once I finish reading this. The next book to my list is the book called Deshantri. See, this book has taken me to a lot of places and experiences just by, reading it. I was sitting at one place and I read this book, and it took me to many, many places, and I experienced a lot. I loved this book to the core, and it made me appreciate the little things of nature and everything around me. So I love this book. The next book is The Karna's Wife. It is, of course, the part that I do not know about in Mahabharata. Of course, I do not know many things in Mahabharata because it's a very great, big epic. We may not know all the stories in it. So, this part is beautiful. Karna's wife. We get to know about a lot of things about Karna and his wife, and his life and the sufferings that he had in his heart. So, this book is amazing, but it will not give you any kind of lesson, I must tell you. But it is a story that is put as it is in the book, and you will love it if you read. So, the last book in this list is The Old Man and the Sea. This is a very popular book. It is about an old man who goes out for fishing alone, all alone, and strives to catch a very, very big fish out in the sea all alone. And he will be with it for 3 to 4 days and gets back with the fish or not. You must go and check it out. And his struggles and a lot of thing is described in this book, and very deeply written, I must say. I could able to imagine all the explanations or descriptions that the author put in this book. And inspired from this book, there was a movie, not exactly the same story, but some scenes were inspired from this book. And when I watched that movie, I could able to relate, like whatever I imagined in my mind was on the screen actually. And I was throughout the movie, I was telling that I've seen this in my mind. Actually, I've never seen that. I've seen this in my mind while reading this book. So it's a beautiful reading. So you can check this out as well. So, in total, there were 12 books that I read in 2024 that I can conclude with. I'm glad because in 2022, I think I've read about 5 books. And before that, I don't know what I've read. It's just 1 or 2 books in a year. But from 2022, I started it seriously to read books. 2022, it was 5. 23, it was 7, 7 to 8. Then 2024, it is now 12 to 13, I can say, because I have some books that I'm currently reading, but it's all bits here some, there some, kind of. So 12 books to 13 books I've read in 2024. I'm glad with that. Well, then I'll meet you with another good book. Till then, bye from the talking book.